Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Monday. I don't have a whole lot going on. We've just finished up the crab weekend, and I did get the gold. I didn't get anywhere near this, of course. Um, Interesting. The number one person in the world there. If you're going to advertise, now I don't want to start any trouble here, but like the Angry Family got specifically rewarded, I guess, with this update. They got Duplexity first to be the beta testers, and that was publicized and created a little bit of controversy. And I'm not sure why Supercell is doing that when we already know that they share accounts like crazy. And this one, I mean, that's just advertising that they're sharing this account. So congratulations to them for being cheaters openly. I guess if you're, hey, I know this guy. I guess if you're going to, good job. That's the only one I know. So good job, the threat. I guess if you're going to be a cheater, you might as well just go ahead and do it openly. Wait, I think I know that guy too. I think he's in Small 9. So that's pretty impressive. Good job. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot going on. I was hoping to do a map clear this morning and woke up to, of course it's Monday, so Hammerman, which usually sucks, but I was actually able to beat it this week. Took me 4 tries with 2 dooms and a shield, and the winning combination ended up being it was the dooms and the shield for the win. This setup back in the corner, I figured with the splash damage plus the pure power approach of the dooms, I might have a chance on that. I kept ending up with the Scorcher and a bunch of rifles, and the heavies. The heavies were causing me all kinds of problems here because they end up tanking my minefield. So the fewer heavies that survived, the better. I ended up putting a bunch of boom cannons and stuff, cannons up by the shoreline to try to kill some of them. But the only reason I'm showing this is that the ending on this is beautiful. I'll slow it down when it gets to the relevant part, but you know, this is all pretty standard. I do love watching the minefield work though. Pop, 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 pop. The health just disappearing and the riflemen vanishing as they go through it. So get a relatively low number of troops over to the core. I only see 2 heavies there, 3 heavies, there's 1 to the back, and there is the Scorcher. The Scorcher wanders forward to attack the HQ and promptly gets 3-shotted by the dooms. 1. Wait, no. 1. 2. 3. And now it's mainly the shock launcher that is protecting me here, slowing things down so that the dooms can do their work. The splash damage is working against the rifles, about 5 of them just vaporized over there. And of course they'll one-shot the heavies and pretty much everything else. So. Not a Scorcher, they'll 3-shot a Scorcher though. So anyway, it's just this, but sitting here watching time expire and watching these troops just vanish like handful by handful while the shock launcher just patiently controls them. That was pretty fun. So I was going to do a map clear this morning, woke up and only had 2 spawns besides a bunch of NPCs which I cleared for my supply chest, but then only 2 spawns, and one of those even is a no ice player. I did want to get this on record in a video. I got as high as 1210 last night. It's really annoying when you're right on the cusp of one of these ranks. It's really, really annoying that you have to see the promotion and demotion video screen so many times. I think maybe after the first time or 2 you get promoted, you get demoted. Maybe you don't have to go through that in extra clicks. It's a waste. Anyway, so he has no ice, and we'll get to him we'll get to him later on. This guy I wanted to check out first. Scouted. Pretty sure I liked this combo. Big ice. Everybody in the world has boosted ice for this tribe cycle because they're trying to combat, I think, the GBE boost. And so yeah, that has been fun. You know, I'm attacking people who have like shock launcher regular health 16, and with the additions it's, you know, plus 24,000, so like 120% health or something like that. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go on this guy. Plan is Bart, and then these two shock together, and this we can deal with a little bit later and can deal with it with the blaster. And while we do that, we'll talk about the ongoing insanity that is Mega Crab. When Supercell announced that the crabs were going to be monthly, I was excited because crabs are fun. There were people, probably people who were more experienced in pushing on the crabs than I was, who said that this was going to get old in a hurry. And not that I disagreed per se, but you know, I thought maybe the novelty would last a little bit longer. There were two that were really spectacular. The Hasty Crab was awesome, and the Anniversary Crab was awesome. I'm going to throw that over there because of that machine gun, and then we're going to pull out, no jokes, and get over here, and more critters. The other three, I think it's been now. Tribal, Cryo, I don't know. Anyway, the other ones have been kind of blah. The Cryo Crab, I mean, the Cryo Bomb was awesome. The Cryoneer boost was useless. The Tribal Crab, the Tribal Warrior boost was useless. And yeah, it actually is getting to be a bit mundane. I hate to say it. And I don't love those two flamethrowers there, so let's try to control all that. And particularly if you have more than one account, if you don't, you have to have endless reserves, obviously, because otherwise there's really no way to do a serious push. So you have to have endless reserves, and if you have more than one account, you're seeing the same maps over and over again, and yeah, it gets to be a lot. And I'm also finding I have two accounts with endless reserves and one that does not have it, because, you know, you gotta cut costs eventually somewhere, sometime, right? And wait, and poof, Everspark. I love that little sound she makes at the end. So, I mean, on the two that have endless reserves, great, I can boost up and go out there and try to, you know, knock out as many bases as possible, but then I keep having to remember on the third account that I need to switch over there every so often because I have to train troops. Wow, good for him. So, yeah, I don't know. That was just with 3 accounts, and I played about as much as I possibly could this weekend. The first night, Friday, Crab rises for me Friday evening, and let's see, I was going out. I was going on a date with my wife, so we went out, we did stuff, and got home, and I told her when I got home I was going to be up late playing this game. Well, sure enough, she gets up at like 3:55 in the morning to, you know, and she comes out to the kitchen, she's like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And I just looked at her, I'm like, I know, but I know, but what can I do about that? I feel like staying up to 4 o'clock in the morning to play a mobile game. Oh yeah, this guy has no ice, so, and we have extra GBE, so we're going to go get that guy too. Is a fair bit of dedication, and then, you know, I went to sleep like a normal person and slept for 6 or 7 hours, and I feel like you should have to forego sleeping for an entire weekend just to prove how much you love this game. I mean, I'm talking to you on YouTube while playing this stupid game. Just a video game. How much more dedication do you possibly want, Supercell? Unless, of course, you're the Angry Family, and you have an Angry Family Mega Crab account. Those guys are something. Anyway, I'll leave that. Don't need to stir the pot, and whatever. I mean, they are good players, so... I mean, like, really, really good players. No question. Just, a bit high on themselves. And so it goes. And by the way, this tribal cycle is really not that great for RCZM. It's the first time I can say that in forever and a day, and still. And still, I'm going out and beating people, predominantly with RCZM. Because of the extra rocket launcher health in this tribe cycle, I have had to switch to some HRCZM, but still not an issue. Even when, so that's my go-to strategy, and even when things are tailored against my go-to strategy, the cryo health is really nothing. Something slightly more than nothing, perhaps, anyway. It still works, and I love RCZM. And yeah, over 1200, that's cool. I've been trying to see how high I can get this thing. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Did post a couple of crab stages over the weekend. Actually, RCZM involved in both of them. Have enjoyed, I will say this. Last thought. I will say that the crab this time did have a very nice balance of troop types. So there were tank maps, there were a couple of really great Gren maps, some heavy Zuka maps, and RCZM maps, and so on, so that you really did get to, there was something for everybody, and you really did get to strategize, improvise, stuff like that, which was cool. But it's a lot. But I did get this. Which is awesome, because that's actually fantastic for hiding lines behind. Like this one's kind of, meh. This one's pretty good. But that one, that's just perfect. It was like it was designed for hiding my lines. This one actually has a, I think that's a mine. Yeah, there's a mine back there. That does a perfect job. So, yeah, I'll keep playing crab events just so I can keep getting these statues to hide my mines. But, you know, come on. A break every once in a while would be nice. Anyway, that's all I've got. I'm going to let you go now. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. Have a great day.